Well, the big news in the church last week was the issuance of Pope Leo's first encyclical, Magnificat Humanitas, and by all early reports, it's been very well received throughout the world. The encyclical is a theological and ethical framework out of how to approach the growing reality of artificial intelligence. And, it's, I think one of the most mystical things is how a pope picks the name they pick. When he's elected, the first thing he does is accept the fact that he has been elected. And the second thing he's asked is, what name do you choose? And from the earliest times, because of the unique ministry of the popes have taken a new name to mark this new ministry. And the only name that's off limits is the name Peter, out of deference to the first pope, St. Peter, the apostle. But, when Pope Francis took the name Francis, many of the cardinals assumed he meant St. Francis of Xavier because he's a Jesuit. But when he said, no, it's Francis of Assisi, it completely changed the power of that name. And throughout his papacy, he lived out that Franciscan vision of the world. And so people were wondering, why did Leo take the name Leo, following in continuity with Leo XIII. And Leo XIII is famous for his great encyclical Rerum Novarum, which was a moral response to the industrial age that was resulting in tremendous changes in the economy of the world and the role of workers, the dignity of workers. This was a passionate statement on the treatment of workers. And Leo has identified very quickly in these early months of his pontificate, one of the great challenges to the dignity of all of us is artificial intelligence, as it has sweeping implications as to how we understand the world, how we participate in the world. There's obviously some wonderful benefits of this technology, but there's also some scary and moral controversies surrounding it. It's been interesting if you've been following at college commencements this springtime. Several speakers, when they make any reference to artificial intelligence, the crowd starts booing them because these college kids are threatened that there won't be jobs for them because of artificial intelligence. One of the things I can't wait is to when the study guides come up about this encyclical, and as we studied Laudato Si, I hope there will be opportunities for those that are interested, I'm sure there will be, to dig into this very influential papal teaching. But one of the things I love about this is seeing the church in dialogue with the world. Obviously, Leo hit a nerve that's on a lot of people's minds these days about the morality of artificial intelligence and how do we use this new technology and still respect the human person. And it's great to think about this on a day when we're celebrating the memory of Justin Martyr. He was a saint of the early 2nd century, and he was an influential saint because of his intellectual gifts. He was a great scholar of Greek philosophy, and he could go toe-to-toe with anybody, defending church teaching, explaining church teaching, making a case for the church beyond just the retelling of the story of Jesus Christ, but to explain the consequential reality of Jesus Christ on history and on the future. Seeing the fruit of the Justinian approach could be a great case for Leo's encyclical. The Pope is not shying away from this complicated and controversial issue that will impact us all. On this feast of Justin Martyr, we pray for scholars, for theologians, for philosophers, for students of culture that are trying to make a connection between our faith and the world we're living in. The church is most alive when it's constantly connecting its legacy of its history, its teachings, its traditions to the modern world. Pope Leo's encyclical is a great example of that and follows in the great tradition of St. Justin the Martyr.
Thank you for participating in this production of our virtual Mass. Your presence means so much. Every day, so many parishioners connect to OLPH through the digital ministry. The digital ministry is one of almost 80 ministries supported by the parish. That's why your support of the parish is crucial, so we can continue to have the resources to fund all of our ministries that touch the lives of many. Thank you for watching, continue to watch, and thanks again for your support.